The emergency alarm blared through the United Earth Coalition, UEC, headquarters on Terra Nova, slicing through the stillness of the night. Lachlan Lockheed O'Connor, a seasoned Australian space pilot, bolted upright in his bunk, heart pounding. His instincts, honed from years of service, told him that this was no ordinary drill. Lachlan dressed quickly, his mind racing back to the night he lost his brother, Dylan, during an alien invasion. That night had left scars deeper than any physical wound, and a resolve that had shaped his career ever since. Tonight, those memories felt eerily close, fueling his determination as he sprinted through the corridors to the command center. The room buzzed with urgency. Admiral Taylor, a grizzled veteran with a steely gaze, stood at the helm, projecting calm authority. Lachlan approached, saluting sharply. "At ease, O'Connor," Taylor said, his voice a gravelly command. "We have a situation on Xanthula." Lachlan's interest piqued. The Xanthulans were known for their advanced biotechnology and peaceful existence. Any crisis involving them was bound to be significant. Intelligence reports indicate that the Xanthulans have developed a technology capable of manipulating life and death, Taylor continued. Our reconnaissance team detected unusual energy signatures, suggesting they may have perfected this technology. We need you to lead a covert mission to investigate and secure it if necessary. Lachlan's mind raced. The implications of such technology were staggering. It could revolutionize medicine, extend life, or, in the wrong hands, become a weapon of unimaginable power. He felt the weight of the responsibility settling on his shoulders. "Understood, sir," Lachlan replied, his voice steady. "I'll need a team." Taylor nodded. "You have carte blanche. Choose wisely." In the hours that followed, Lachlan assembled his team. First was Marcus, his loyal friend and a brilliant engineer. Marcus was a calming presence, known for his ingenuity under pressure. Next was Dr. Reena Patel, a scientist whose brilliance was matched only by her enigmatic nature. Lachlan had heard whispers about her past, but he trusted her expertise. The final member of the team was Lieutenant Arya Chan, a tactical genius and expert in alien languages. Her quick thinking and linguistic skills would be crucial in navigating Xanthulan society. As dawn broke, the team gathered at the launch pad. Lachlan took a moment to look at each of them, feeling a surge of confidence. They were the best of the best, and together they were unstoppable. Their ship, the Odyssey, was prepped and ready. Marcus ran final checks on the engines while Reena calibrated the sensors. Arya reviewed the latest intel on Xanthulan customs and protocols. Lachlan watched them work, feeling a mix of pride and responsibility. "All set, Captain," Marcus called out, giving a thumbs up. Lachlan nodded, taking a deep breath. "Let's go, team." As they ascended into the void of space, the familiar hum of the engines soothed Lachlan's nerves. The vastness of space stretched out before them, filled with hidden dangers and untold mysteries. The journey to Xanthula was perilous, but Lachlan felt a steely resolve. This mission was not just about securing technology. It was about preventing another tragedy like the one that had taken his brother. Hours turned into days as they navigated the treacherous asteroid fields and evaded space pirates. Each challenge tested their skills and strengthened their bond. Lachlan's leadership shone through in moments of crisis, earning the unwavering respect of his team. One evening, as they neared Xanthula, the ship's alarm blared again. Lachlan rushed to the cockpit to find Marcus and Arya analyzing a sudden energy spike. "Captain, we're detecting an energy signature similar to the one reported by our reconnaissance team," Marcus said, eyes fixed on the console. "Could be a defense mechanism," Arya suggested, her brow furrowed in concentration. "Or a welcome," Lachlan mused, knowing that their next steps were critical. "Reena, any insights?" Reena joined them, her expression thoughtful. "It's highly concentrated, but I can't determine its exact nature without closer analysis." Lachlan made a decision. "Prepare for landing. We'll proceed with caution." The Odyssey descended towards the crystalline surface of Xanthula, the twin suns casting an ethereal glow over the alien landscape. As they touched down, Lachlan felt a mix of anticipation and trepidation. This was the moment of truth. Stepping onto Xanthulan soil, the team was greeted by a group of Xanthulans, their elegant forms shimmering in the sunlight. The leader, Yurix, approached, his expression unreadable. "Welcome, humans," Yurix said, his voice melodic yet authoritative. "We have been expecting you." Lachlan exchanged a glance with his team, sensing the gravity of the moment. "Thank you, Yurix. We come in peace and seek understanding." Yurix nodded, his gaze piercing. "Then let us hope your intentions align with your words." The sleek corridors of the Odyssey hummed with activity as Lachlan's team prepared for their descent to Xanthula. The tension was palpable. Every team member felt the weight of their mission and the unknowns that lay ahead. Lachlan gathered his team in the briefing room, its walls adorned with star charts and mission schematics. Marcus, ever the meticulous engineer, was poring over the ship's systems. Rena adjusted her instruments, ensuring they were ready for any environmental anomalies. Arya, calm and focused, reviewed her notes on Xanthulan language and culture. "All right, team," Lachlan began, his voice steady. "We're entering a critical phase. Our primary objective is to understand the Xanthulan technology. Stay sharp and follow protocol." The team nodded, their expressions resolute. Lachlan felt a surge of pride. They were ready. The descent through Xanthula's atmosphere was smooth, the planet's crystalline structures glinting under the twin suns. The Odyssey landed gracefully, and the team disembarked, greeted by Yurix and a delegation of Xanthulans. Their alien hosts were elegant, their features serene yet inscrutable. "Welcome, once again," Yurix said, his voice carrying a melodic cadence. "We will escort you to our capital, Lyarana." As they traveled through the alien city, Lachlan marveled at the harmony between nature and technology. Xanthulans moved with a purpose, their society a testament to peace and advancement. The team arrived at a grand hall where they were introduced to the Council of Elders, the governing body of Xanthula. "We are curious about your intentions," Elder Vara said, her gaze penetrating. "Why do humans seek our technology?" Lachlan chose his words carefully. "Our goal is to learn and collaborate. We believe your advancements can benefit both our species. We come with respect and a desire for mutual understanding." The elders conferred among themselves, their expressions revealing little. After a tense moment, Vara nodded. "You may proceed with your research under our supervision." With permission granted, the team set up their equipment in a designated research facility. Lachlan and Marcus began analyzing the energy signatures, while Rena delved into the biotechnological aspects. Arya, meanwhile, engaged in cultural exchanges, learning more about Xanthulan traditions and philosophies. Days turned into weeks as the team immersed themselves in their work. Marcus discovered that the energy signatures were linked to a crystalline matrix unique to Xanthula, capable of storing and transmitting vast amounts of information. Rena's research revealed that the Xanthulans had harnessed this matrix to manipulate cellular regeneration, effectively controlling life and death. One evening, as Lachlan reviewed their findings, Marcus approached, concern etched on his face. "Captain, I've found something troubling. The energy readings are fluctuating in a pattern that suggests external interference." Lachlan's eyes narrowed. "You think someone's trying to sabotage our work?" Marcus nodded. "It's possible. We need to be vigilant." The next day, during a routine calibration, Rena's equipment detected a sudden spike in energy levels. The team rushed to the site, finding a group of Xanthulans frantically working to stabilize the matrix. "Elder Vara, what's happening?" Lachlan demanded. Vara's usually calm demeanor was replaced with urgency. "An unknown entity is disrupting our systems. We fear it could lead to catastrophic failure." Realizing the gravity of the situation, Lachlan took charge. Marcus assist their engineers. Rena analyze the interference. Arya, communicate with the council and gather any intel on potential threats. Hours passed in a blur of activity. The team worked tirelessly alongside the Xanthulans, their combined efforts pushing back the threat. As the situation stabilized, Rena approached Lachlan with a grim expression. "I've traced the interference to a signal coming from an orbiting satellite," she said. "It's emitting a frequency designed to destabilize the matrix." Lachlan's mind raced. "Can we pinpoint the source?" Rena nodded. "Already done. It's a rogue UEC satellite." The revelation hit like a punch to the gut. Someone within their own ranks was trying to sabotage the mission. Lachlan felt a mix of anger and determination. "We need to neutralize that satellite." As the team prepared for a spacewalk to disable the rogue satellite, Lachlan addressed them. "This mission just got more complicated. We're not only here to learn but to protect our allies and ourselves from threats within." The mini-climax came as the team executed a daring spacewalk, navigating through the debris to reach the satellite. Marcus' technical skills and Rena's scientific acumen proved invaluable. As they disabled the satellite, Lachlan couldn't shake the feeling that their troubles were far from over. Returning to the Odyssey, the team was greeted with relief and gratitude from the Xanthulans. Yet, the mission had taken a darker turn. Trust had been shaken, and new threats loomed on the horizon. The team regrouped, their resolve steeled by the challenges they had faced. As Lachlan stared out into the vast expanse of space, he knew their journey was just beginning. The stakes were higher than ever, and the path ahead was fraught with peril. But with his team by his side, he was ready to face whatever came next. The aftermath of the satellite sabotage left the team in a state of heightened alert. Back on the ground in Xanthula, the air buzzed with an undercurrent of unease. Lachlan convened his team in the research facility, a sense of urgency driving every word. "We're dealing with an internal threat," Lachlan said, his tone resolute. "Someone within the UEC doesn't want us to succeed." Marcus, ever the pragmatist, nodded. "We need to secure our findings and double-check our communications. Any leak could jeopardize the entire mission." Rena's eyes flashed with determination. "I'll enhance our encryption protocols. We can't afford any more surprises." Arya, who had spent her time bridging cultural gaps with the Xanthulans, added, "We should inform Yurix and the Council. They need to be aware of the danger." Lachlan agreed, and they made their way to the Grand Hall. Elder Vara and Yurix awaited them, their expressions grave. "We have troubling news," Lachlan began, outlining the details of the sabotage. "It's imperative that we work together to identify and neutralize this threat." Yurix's gaze hardened. "This betrayal is an affront to the trust we have placed in you. We must uncover the perpetrator swiftly." The team and their Xanthulan allies initiated a coordinated effort to investigate the rogue satellite's origins. Rena's technical expertise shone as she sifted through data, tracing the signals back to a shadowy network within the UEC. Marcus and Arya worked on fortifying their systems, ensuring no further breaches could occur. Days blurred into nights as they delved deeper into the conspiracy. Lachlan's leadership kept the team focused, but the strain was evident. They were racing against an unseen enemy, one who seemed always a step ahead. One evening, as they pored over the latest findings, Rena's voice broke the tense silence. "I found something, a series of encrypted messages originating from Terra Nova." Lachlan leaned in, his heart pounding. "Can you decode them?" Rena's fingers flew across the keyboard. "It'll take time, but I can do it." As Rena worked, Lachlan took a moment to reflect. The mission had become far more than a scientific endeavor. It was a battle for trust, integrity, and survival. His thoughts were interrupted by Marcus, who approached with a grim look. "Captain, we need to talk," Marcus said, leading Lachlan to a quieter corner. "I've been monitoring our communications, and I think we have a mole. Someone on our team might be feeding information to the saboteurs." Lachlan's stomach tightened. "Any leads?" Marcus shook his head. "Nothing concrete yet, but we can't rule out anyone." The revelation added a new layer of tension. Lachlan knew they had to tread carefully, trusting no one completely. He called a team meeting, laying out the situation without revealing Marcus' suspicions. "We need to stay vigilant," Lachlan said. "Double-check everything and report any unusual activity." The atmosphere grew more strained as each team member silently wondered who among them could be the traitor. Despite the suspicion, they pressed on, driven by the urgency of their mission. Rena finally cracked the code, revealing a trail of clandestine messages between the saboteurs and someone within the UEC High Command. The messages hinted at a larger conspiracy aimed at exploiting Xanthulan technology for military dominance. "We have to confront them," Lachlan said, his voice steely. "This goes beyond our mission. It's about preventing a war." As they prepared to take their evidence to the council, the facility's alarm system blared, signaling an imminent threat. Lachlan's team rushed to the control room, where a security feed showed intruders breaching their perimeter. "Xanthulan dissidents," Yurix muttered, recognizing the attackers. "They oppose our alliance and have been radicalized by external influences." Lachlan's mind raced. "We need to secure the facility and protect our research." A fierce skirmish ensued as the team and their Xanthulan allies defended the research site. Lachlan's strategic mind was put to the test as he coordinated their defenses, using every resource at their disposal. The mini-climax came as Lachlan led a counterattack to repel the intruders. His team fought valiantly, their efforts synchronized with the Xanthulans. The battle reached a turning point when Lachlan and Marcus managed to disable the dissidents' communications, cutting off their coordination. With the intruders scattered and retreating, the immediate threat was neutralized. But Lachlan knew this was just the beginning. The deeper conspiracy loomed larger, and the path ahead was fraught with danger. The aftermath of the skirmish left the team exhausted but resolute. Lachlan and his team regrouped in the research facility, their minds sharp despite the fatigue. The immediate threat had been repelled, but the larger conspiracy still loomed ominously over their mission. Lachlan stood at the center of the room, his presence commanding attention. "We've neutralized the dissidents, but their attack confirms our suspicions. There's a larger plot at work, and it involves someone high up in the UEC." Rena, still at her console, nodded. "The encrypted messages point to a coordinated effort to exploit Xanthulan technology for military gain. We need to expose this conspiracy before it's too late." Arya added, "Yurix and the Council need to know the full extent of this threat. Their support is crucial if we're to succeed." Lachlan agreed. "Marcus, secure our research data. Rena, continue monitoring for any unusual activity. Arya and I will present our findings to the Council." The team moved with a sense of purpose, each member aware of the critical role they played. Lachlan and Arya made their way to the Grand Hall, where Yurix and the Council awaited them. The atmosphere was tense, the weight of recent events heavy in the air. "Elders," Lachlan began, addressing the Council with a respectful nod, "we have uncovered a conspiracy within the UEC. Rogue elements are attempting to use your technology for military purposes, risking interplanetary conflict." Yurix's eyes narrowed. "Do you have proof of these accusations?" Arya stepped forward, displaying the decrypted messages. "These communications implicate high-ranking officials in the UEC. They have been orchestrating sabotage and inciting unrest to justify their actions." The council members exchanged worried glances. Elder Vara spoke, her voice steady but troubled. "If what you say is true, this betrayal threatens the very foundation of our alliance." Lachlan's expression was resolute. "We need your help to stop them. We propose a joint task force to investigate and dismantle this network from within." After a moment of tense deliberation, Yurix nodded. "We will support your efforts. Our resources and intelligence are at your disposal." Back at the research facility, the team prepared for their next move. The collaboration between humans and Xanthulans was unprecedented, a testament to their shared commitment to peace and justice. Lachlan coordinated the joint task force, ensuring that every detail was meticulously planned. As the investigation progressed, they discovered that the rogue elements within the UEC had established a covert base on a nearby moon. This base served as the hub for their operations, a fortress of deceit that needed to be infiltrated and dismantled. "Here's the plan," Lachlan said, outlining the operation. "We'll approach under the guise of a routine inspection. Once inside, we'll gather evidence and neutralize their command structure. The mission required precision and stealth. Lachlan's team, along with select Xanthulan operatives, boarded a disguised shuttle and made their way to the moon. The journey was fraught with tension, each member focused on their role. Upon arrival, they were met with suspicion but managed to gain entry. Inside, the base was a hive of activity, its corridors teeming with personnel unaware of the impending strike. Lachlan and his team moved swiftly, their actions coordinated and deliberate. Rena accessed the central database, her fingers flying over the controls. "I'm in. Downloading all relevant data now." Marcus and Arya secured the perimeter, ensuring no alarms were raised. The Xanthulan operatives provided vital support, their advanced technology complementing the team's efforts. The mini-climax approached as they reached the command center. Lachlan confronted the rogue leader, a high-ranking UEC officer named Colonel Strickland. Strickland's expression was a mix of surprise and anger as Lachlan presented the evidence of his treachery. "Your plan is over, Strickland," Lachlan said, his voice cold. "You underestimated our resolve and the strength of our alliance." Strickland sneered, reaching for his weapon, but Arya was faster. With a precise shot, she disarmed him, and the Xanthulan operatives swiftly restrained him. As they secured the base, Lachlan felt a surge of relief. The immediate threat had been neutralized, but the conspiracy's roots ran deep. They had struck a significant blow, but the war was far from over. The team returned to Xanthula, greeted as heroes. Yurix and the Council expressed their gratitude, and the bond between their species grew stronger. Yet Lachlan knew that vigilance was essential. The path to lasting peace was fraught with challenges, but with allies like the Xanthulans, they had a fighting chance.